Hey coach, this is the athletic director at Earlham College, and I just wanted to, send my remarks with how great of a job that you have been doing so far. You have really turned this football program around. I can feel the excitement on campus, and it's all thanks to you, man. You have really done a great job with this football program. Thank you, sir. It's been a group effort. Want to go ahead and thank the coordinators and the players themselves, man. The student athletes, they've done a really good job, with, policing themselves and doing a great job with the program. And, I think when this Anderson game comes around and we're on national TV, we're going to really go ahead and go out there and turn some heads. So, yeah, coach, about that, I just heard from the TV people, and I don't know how to tell you this, but you said what now? Are you serious? Good evening, everyone. This is Tom Tucker with the news as we go into the sports portion of your hourly news. We just received word that the divisional championship game between the Anderson Ravens and the Earlham Quakers was completed, and it was a tight one for us for sure. The final score ended up being Earlham winning it on top, beating the Anderson Ravens by a final score of 31-24, which does mean for the very first time in school history, the Earlham Quakers are going to be going to the conference championship game and will be taking on the Wittenberg Tigers, who did meet earlier this season. It was an amazing shootout. I got the coach of the Earlham Quakers on the line. Coach, how are you feeling about, your guys' performance in the divisional championship game? What are you excited the most going forward? Well, let me just say first and foremost that I am extremely excited with how the guys play. They definitely earned the opportunity. But, the guys feel cheated, and you know what? I feel a little cheated as well. Seeing our game blacked out, our biggest game of the season blacked out on all TV stations. No one was able to watch this game outside of those that were actually at the stadium. We're feeling a little disrespected, and, the goal for, the conference championship game, we're going to go in, we're going to come in with a chip on our shoulders and make them know that we need to be respected, not only at the conference level, but at the national level as well. We're coming for some names. Alright, man, so we are officially here, man. Conference championship game. And I'm just really proud of these guys in general. Just like from, our game freezing sometimes, between that, the capture card really starting to mess up here in season number 4. Like, this has really definitely been the most difficult season, I think, in any dynasty. Not just this dynasty alone, but, we kept through it. We kept through the pain, man, and we're now here. We're fighting for the opportunity. We could go to a major bowl game if we end up, winning this ball game against Wittenberg, who we did beat before, man. So let's see if we can get it done here, Make sure you smash that like button, by the way. Hit subscribe if you have to be brand new as well, by the way. As we'll go ahead now. We get a quick throw over the left-hand side. Derek Blue, wide butt naked open, only need a few yards. Able to go ahead, pick up that first down for us. As we'll go ahead and try to hit him with a play action now. We got a nice clean pocket to work with. We're trying to go down. Derek Blue, you got to come up and make that catch for me, man. That's insane. Derek, you got to make that catch. Like, you were right there, my guy. Like, there's no excuses. And, we accidentally go into no huddle. I don't want to go ahead and use a timeout right now. It looks like they are playing up at the very least. So let's see what we can do here. As 3rd and 6 now, Miami trying to throw downfield, and Adam Hill III had it in his hands, but he ends up dropping it, though. So that's a really tough look for us here. That is a really tough one to take in. Basically two drops in a row, and we're also gonna get our punt block. Are you kidding me right now? Are you absolutely serious? That is tough, my guy. That is so tough. That is so unfortunate. And now Wittenberg, they have an opportunity to potentially take their first lead of the game. They haven't taken the lead on us yet, but they can certainly do it right here, right now, if we don't do anything about it. As we got 2nd and 10 now, see if they'll try to throw the ball a little bit more. They only throw it a few times so far, but Instead, they'll keep it to the ground game as Summers does end up stiff-arming Justin Burton for a few more yards. Ends up picking up 6 on that run. So 3rd and manageable coming up for the Wittenberg Tigers, as we'll go ahead and see what they're going to come up with. As Mullins will drop back. He's going to send this one down the left-hand side, and it goes to J.P. Gray. Gain of 24 yards. A first down for the Tigers as they move it downfield once more now, as Mullins going to try to run the speed option, but we sniffed that away, man. Finn Otis blowing up that play. Way to get on the score sheet for the very first time, you know. Got to come through with the red zone defense. That's what we've been really good at all season long. I'm trying to see if we can keep that going as we almost get another sack. Finn Otis was actually coming off the edge there. And we do end up forcing another field goal. So we still hang on to the lead thus far. You know, a time ball, going to be a time ball game, but they will not get the lead just yet here, man. So things all tied up at 10 apiece. We did go 3 and out, unfortunately. So here we go. You know, Wittenberg, they still have a chance to take the lead here potentially as they throw it out to the left-hand side. Tyrone Shaw going to be able to pick up a gain of 6. So 2nd and 4 now coming up as now Mullins in looks like a little bit of a pistol, but we blow it up immediately, man. Is that Finn Otis? It is Finn Otis. Let's go, baby. The biggest stars showing up in the conference championship game. Team is really stepping up. They're playing well overall. And we got 3rd and 9. Going to try to throw over the left-hand side, and it's intercepted. Caden Doman. Probably one of my favorites on this team, man. Not an athletic guy by any stretch of the imagination. I think he could make it to the NFL potentially. Maybe as a linebacker. You know, but we'll have to wait and see. But, you know, that being said, Doman, he's out here. He's going to go ahead, you know, give us the ball once again. But we're actually going to go ahead and turn the ball over ourselves. So, you know, we had Jakeem Short open. We definitely had that, but we overthrew him, unfortunately. Not our best throw, retrospectively. You know, but I thought he was open at the time. But, you know, we're not always going to be perfect, man. It's going to happen. You know, that, stuff like that, you know, that's always going to happen, you know, no matter what. You know, we just got to go ahead. We got to keep rolling with the punches, though. And we just got to keep it going here. 3rd and inches coming up as Mullins will drop back. He's going to throw deep down the left-hand side. Finds Renardo Poland and picks up a gain of 31 yards. In less than 30 seconds left here in the first half. Mullins going to drop back, get it over in the middle to J.P. Gray once again. Who ends up getting a little shaken up, and because there was some time running off the clock, you know, we do force them to go ahead and take another field goal, but you know, either way, you know, not exactly how we wanted to go about ending the first half whatsoever. We're still going to be down by a few points, you know. This is a team that gave us a hard time in the regular season, and we're seeing that now still. So with that being said, let's go ahead and officially get the second half on the way, man. Let's see what we can do here as we do actually have a halfback screen here. Wittenberg's trying to throw to start the second half, and they're able to get some good yards on it as well. David Summers, his first catch of the day, and goes for a gain of 8. Imagine that's how they'll get their quarterback into rhythm, because this quarterback doesn't really throw the football whatsoever. I mean, even on that last drive, you know, he didn't even get that many pass attempts in whatsoever. Like, even now, he's only 10 for 14, so not a lot of pass attempts so far, but they will try to run the speed option. But Matthew Sands, the senior redshirt on this time, the elder statesman, just having absolutely none of it here. So now 3rd and 15 coming up, thanks to that great TFL. 3rd and 15, though, but it's another catch, you know, left-hand side, you know, Justin Burton, you know, I will say about this, he is a super athletic guy, but, you know, that being said, though, you know, this is one of those things where, you know, we're a little bit down bad here, to be honest with you, as Mullins, he's going to go ahead. He picks up another first down here as well. He manages to pick up 7. As we'll go ahead now, 3rd and 4 coming up. Mullins dropping back, going to try to throw it over the left-hand side. Gets it out to Tyrone Shaw. And it goes for a gain of a few yards gain on that one. But, you know, Wittenberg's going to have to settle for another field goal here once again. As the defense is playing really solid. I do really like to see that. But we really need to get our offense going here. And we need to get it going here as soon as possible. Let's see if this is the drive to do it. Our first drive of the second half as Miami gets a nice run up the middle. And manages to pick up 14 yards on the carry. Only a 6 carry of the day for Miami Gallier, but that doubles his rushing yards on the day. There's a couple plays later now. We got 3rd and 5. Going to throw it out quickly to Derek Blue. He makes one man miss, but another linebacker comes in and makes the hit. You know, Adam Hill III didn't really get any blocks in, you know, so that's a little bit unfortunate because we could have had a little bit more if the blocking was there. As speaking of blocking, Adam Hill III missing another block. You absolutely hate to see it. It was a great run too. Doing a phenomenal job finding the hole. Adam Hill III makes that block. He's in the end zone for a touchdown, man. But instead, we're going to have to keep fighting for it as 2nd and goal. Going to try to throw over the middle, looking for Jakeem Short. But they did a phenomenal job of baiting us there. Jakeem Short trying to throw it past the linebacker. But it just didn't work out for us. So, golden opportunity, man. We miss out on an opportunity to take the lead. And we're getting towards the end of the 3rd quarter. And, you know, Wittenberg's trying to pull away, man. It is not looking good for the Earlham Quakers squad, man. We need a play to happen right here, right now. Let's see if we can do it as 1st and 10. Mullins trying to run it up the gut, but Caden Doman, he forces the fumble. Chris Ty is actually going to pick it up. And that was exactly what we needed. Caden Doman came in, forced a fumble. Chris Ty able to recover it. And we're back in business, maybe. Let's go to work. Let's see if we can get going here as we go ahead and try to get things going. Trying to get it out to Jesse Green here to start the drive. But that is also going to be incomplete, though. As we got 2nd and 10 now coming up. Miami dropping back to pass. Looking around. Going to try to throw it over the right-hand side. Looking for Jariah Bond. But he, too, will actually go ahead and drop that football. So now a 3rd and 10 coming up here. We need some plays to happen, man. Checking out Jakeem Short on the right-hand side. On the curls, that's good for the girls. As Short gets into the end zone. Won't be left short this time, baby. Touchdown, Quakers. And that first passing touchdown of the day for Miami Gallier. That is going to be good enough to give us the lead once again. And we're back up 17-16 here. As we try to go ahead and continue to hang on to this very narrow lead. The 2nd and 1 now coming up. Mullins dropping back, throwing over the middle. Gets it to JP Gray once more of a tight end. Finding a weak spot in our defense. And he's been doing it all day long. 6 catches, 83 yards. No slouch whatsoever, man. It's now 2nd and 10. Mullins dropping back. Going to throw over in the middle once more. But trying to find some extra space after the catch. But, you know, Shoja's just trying to keep moving forward, to be honest. Josh Allen going to pick up 8 yards on the catch. But that being said, though, 3rd and 2 coming up here for the Tigers. As Mullins will drop back. We send the blitz, but he decides to go ahead and throw this football away. And so that is actually going to wrap up the 3rd quarter. We're still hanging on to a very narrow lead. 17-16, man. Get those 4s up in the live chat. We are fighting for our opportunity. So let's go, man. 4th quarter now officially underway. We did go 3 and out on our last possession, but let's see if the Tigers can respond. Throwing over the middle, gets it out to Graham. And Vince Graham is able to go ahead and pick up the 1st down here. A gain of 13 yards, his first catch of the day. Is now a couple plays later now. 2nd and 11. Mullins throwing over the middle once more. Gets it out to the left-hand side where Tyrone Shaw is. And it's good for a gain of 6. So 3rd and short now coming up. I imagine they might try to go ahead and go another quick throw. And it looks like they might do just that as they get it quickly over the middle. And good thing too, because Matthew Sands was going to barrel down on him. Should have tried to go for the deflection, but he wanted it all. Instead, it's going to be the Tigers picking up a 1st down. As Mullins dropping back again. This time beating the defense. And like I said, man, I mentioned it before, but I'll say it again. You know, we just continued to have problems with the capture card all season long. We just got it in. We did just get a new capture card, so hopefully, you know, after the offseason, you'll start seeing videos like from this series, like on the new capture card, and hopefully it doesn't do like this again. But, you know, Wittenberg, they were able to score on that touchdown, of course, and then, you know, we got to go ahead and try to get ourselves back to work once again. You know, at least try to keep them out of the end zone for this 2-point conversion. Although Mullins will drop back, easy throw over the middle to JP Gray. And they do end up getting that 2-point conversion that they were looking for. And they will be up by 7 with 6 minutes left to play here in this final quarter of play. So big drive coming up for us here, man. Trying to make something happen as Miami going to go ahead and scramble. Makes a man miss, though. And does end up going out of bounds when all else fails, you know. At least Miami, he has the ability to get out of the pocket and just run. We got 1st and 10 coming up, trying to throw it out to the right-hand side. Looking for Jakeem Short once again. He already has a touchdown grab, but couldn't get that foot down, unfortunately. So a 2nd and 10 now coming up for us as we hand off to CJ Holman, who takes it up the middle of the field and goes ahead and picks up the 1st down for us once again. A gain of 11 yards. We'll have another 1st and 10 to work with here. Is Miami looking around, gonna maybe go to the left-hand side, gonna go ahead and scramble instead, using the blocking, and Miami getting out of bounds and getting another 15 yards on that carry. So we're in Wittenberg territory, but we gotta finish. Basically touchdown or bust right here, man. Field goals, they ain't gonna help us anytime soon, man. So we gotta make sure we go ahead and put it all together. We got another 2nd and 8 now coming up. Gonna try to go to that running game as Jesse Green takes it up the gut and manages to run through a couple of defenders, man. Gain of 11. Jesse Green trying to come up in the clutch here. Let's see if the other running back can do it, though. As Holman takes it up the middle of the field, gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. Let's go, baby. We ain't done yet, man. We are not done yet. And 3:21 left to play here in the 4th. We tie this thing up. But Wittenberg has the ball once again. We know in the regular season matchup, they are capable of putting a whole lot of points on the board in a short period of time, too. So a big test for our defense, as it looks like quarterback's actually going to try to go ahead and scramble off of the halfback screen. We actually did a really good job of covering that halfback screen, but, I mean, they weren't falling for it whatsoever. And so, you know, 2nd and 5 as a result of it. Only a 5-yard gain, but smart heads-up play by the quarterback. But there was a false start on the offense, though, so that's going to basically make it 2nd and 10, you know. But what an exciting 5-yard game. I wanted to show that to you guys, because I've never really seen that before. Playing NCAA, unless I'm playing against the user, then it's a different story. As Finn Otis does come ahead and make another tackle, making it 3rd and 14. Time to make a stand here, boys. Looks like they're going to go ahead, take a little bit of time off the clock here as Bowens gets it out short of the 1st down marker. Pass is completed, but Wittenberg is going to have to go ahead and punt the football right back over to us. And so, 1:42 left to play here in the 1st. Derek Blue going to go ahead and take it up the right-hand side and manages to pick up 9 yards there in the process. Is now 2nd and 1 now coming up. Miami throwing over in the middle. Finds Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. up the middle of the field. Gain of 14 yards. It's time to get that no-huddle offense going as well here. He's got another 1st and 10 coming up as Miami looking around. Going to try to make some space. Trying to make it work and gets out of bounds. Again, not a 1st down, but does at least get out of bounds. Stop the clock momentarily. We got 1:17 left here in the final quarter of play as Miami looking over the middle. Gets it to Adam Hill to 3rd, and it's a 25-yard gain. And that is going to go ahead and get us into field goal range now. Let's see what else they have planned, though, as Miami looking around. Going to drop back the pass. Trying to find somebody to cut up field, but that just didn't happen. Trying to throw the football away, and it ends up incomplete as a result of it. So now 2nd and 10 now coming up is Miami. Throws quickly over to the left-hand side. He has Jakeem Short. He can break some tackles if need be, but also ends up picking up 13 yards on the quick screen. As we got it down to basically 6 seconds. We have time for one more play. Want to get it down as much as possible. Although that almost was the final play of regulation. But we get the time off in time. There's only 2 seconds left on the clock. They're trying to go ahead and ice this kicker on us. But the antifreeze working really well in our favor though. As the antifreeze will work once again. Setting up a chip shot for us here. Goes basically right on the goal line. Looks like it's going to be a 20-yard field goal attempt for the chance to win our first conference championship in school history. It's up, and it is good. It is good. Bowl game. Earlham defeats the Wittenberg Tigers in the conference championship game, the first one in school history. Let's go, man. And a hard-fought battle all the way through, but we are going to end up prevailing, and we will win by a final score of 27-24 against the Wittenberg Tigers. It was a tough test for us because we did come in as a favorite. You know, we could have taken it for granted. And they almost beat us in this game. You know, they had opportunities to pull away. We showed resiliency. We showed toughness. And the only thing left to do now, go ahead and check out the stats for our guys in this matchup here, man. Alright, man. So checking out the scoring summary for us. This was one of those games where this was a dogfight the entire time. You know, this was, not an easy win for us. Now, we didn't need quite the same miracle as we needed the first time around necessarily, but that being said, for a good portion of this game we were either tied or we were down. But that being said, we found a way to win this football game, and we're going to be winning our first conference championship. You are absolutely loving to see it, baby. Let's go, man. So checking out the player stats for our guys, Miami Uiagalelei, he had a tough one passing the football, 19 for 32, 227, a touchdown, and 2 picks, but he did do what he needed to do in order to win this football game. Also chipping in with 72 yards on the ground and another touchdown. So, Miami had 2 total touchdowns on the day. That's not too bad. CJ Holman, on the other hand, he put in some serious work on the ground. 16 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. Out here just getting the job done when it needed to be done at the end of the day. For the receivers, Derek Blue led the team in receiving yards, or catches, I should say. He had 5 total catches on the day. Jakeem Short was the only person to find the end zone out of the receiving group. He had 4 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown that came off of a broken tackle. So, you absolutely love to see that. And then Adam Hill III led the team in receiving yards. 3 catches, 51 yards, did have 2 drops, but that being said, caught the pass that got us into field goal range, and the rest was history. The offensive line also did a really good job as well. 5 pancakes, no sacks allowed. Andy Richardson in particular, multiple pancakes. But then Ray Stevenson, Sam Price III, and Jacoby Black all each had a pancake as well. And then on the defensive side of the football, Justin Burden, doing some good work overall. 7 tackles, 2 TFLs that led the team. Nate Hunt wasn't too far behind him. He actually had 12 tackles in the division championship game against Anderson. Came in not as big of a performance here, but still 6 tackles in a TFL. That is really good to see overall. Caden Doman also had a sack. Only had 1 tackle, so that was the only time he got to the quarterback at all. But that being said, also had an interception, that gave us the football back here, towards the end of the first half to try to stem the tide. And he, on top of that, Caden Doman forced a fumble on top of it. So Caden Doman, just his hands all over the place. Where Chris Ty, right place, right time, was able to get the fumble recovery. That was able to get us into the end zone for a touchdown. And that was ultimately the difference. We threw a interception in the end zone. That could have been a point where the game could have gotten away from us. But that play right there got us back on track. So there it is, man, our very first trophy in school history, and we are gonna bring it home, baby. Let's go, man. And the only thing left to do now, let's see what our fate lies. Let's go ahead and figure out what's going on with our postseason, outside of our conference, of course. So we did not end up qualifying for the college football playoff, as we will come into postseason action with the number 6 ranking in the entire nation, but we get a major bowl game invitational. We get to go to the Rose Bowl, and we're taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions. What an amazing moment for this football program for sure. They have wholeheartedly deserved it. And we're getting some awards, man. Jacob Ramos, he's going to end up winning the Lou Garza Award. So congratulations to Jacob Ramos for getting the job done for that. Justin Burden also wins the Johnny Rogers Award. That goes to the best returner in all of college football. So multiple award winners. And look at this. We win AP Coach of the Year. Let's freaking go, man. You absolutely love to see it. Coach of the Year. So we'll go ahead. We'll give Justin Burden and Jacob Ramos attribute boosts because they are award winners, and we won Coach of the Year. To reward those two guys that did, end up winning actual awards. But then next episode, we will have a tough game on our hands. We're taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions, ranked number 5 in the nation. Lee Corso's going with them, but you already know we are a tough, rough bunch. We're going to play scrappy. We're going to play our brand of football that got us to this point. And we're going to see what we can do, man. See if we can go ahead and shock the world. Can the upstart take down one of the more historic programs in college football and one of the most well-known bowl games as well? It's going to be a really good one, man. So make sure you smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you also happen to be brand new, by the way. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off, but I'm hoping you're all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.